The last set of notes we will be doing for the invertebrates are the echinoderms. The phylum they belong to is Echinodermata, and it means spiny skin. These notes are going to be very quick. There's only 3 other slides left, so we will be done very shortly. Echinoderms are marine animals, and they are recognized by the spines that project from the internal skeleton through their outer covering. Because it is an internal skeleton, the word for internal is endo. So like we talked about in arthropods, they had an exoskeleton. In the echinoderms, they have what is now known as the endoskeleton. All adult echinoderms have the endoskeleton that we mentioned before, so that internal skeleton. They are going to have 5-part radial symmetry, and they don't have a brain or a head. And the reason that we have to specify that this is in adults is because the larval forms of the echinoderms, so when they're still really young, they have bilateral symmetry. And as they grow, that changes and becomes what we call pentaradial symmetry. And that symmetry shows that they have 5 different areas that they could be split and have the mirror image halves. There are 5 groups of echinoderms that we're going to look at. The first, and the one that most people probably know about, are the sea stars. Sea stars are also known as starfish, and this is a picture of one right here. Then we also have the brittle star and the basket stars. These are very much like sea stars, but they have a little bit longer limbs and a smaller, like, central piece to their body. Then we also have the sea lilies and feather stars, and this is a picture of a sea lily right there. You can still see the 5-part radial symmetry on it. Then we have sea urchins, which are here, and sand dollars, which is here. And last but not least, we have the sea cucumber. Each of these are really unique and really fascinating. Sea stars are kind of like bullies of the sea. I know I've mentioned that to a couple classes, but they really can just go around and consume other things. Sea stars can consume, sea urchins and things like that and just destroy them. And as long as they have a specific portion of their body around, they can regenerate. So if this sea star, for example, were to get cut in half like this, it would be able to become 2 sea stars because it would have enough of that central piece to regenerate. So I think that's really cool as well. And that is the last of our notes for invertebrates.